Hello, everyone, old and new alike. We would like to welcome you to PostGrad Movies. I'm Cool Guy, that's the cognitive gamer on the other side, creaking his chair. And today we are not going to start off with any of the stupid things that we usually do in the beginning that get us people to stop listening and whatnot. Our little witty, stupid banter.
Hear my chair? You hear that?
Yes, I can.
Looks wonderful, isn't it? Oh yeah. That chair. That chair squeak.
Instead, we want to start by thanking you guys, our viewers, because
You folks.
Right. You folks. Because specifically, we cracked the top 100 TV and film podcasts in Podomatic, and I think we even got to number 50th or number 49 or something like that, which is intense. And we also managed to crack, I think, the top 500 podcasts in general in Podomatic, and that is saying something because we started at like 33,000 or something like that, right? Or something.
Something like that.
It was something ridiculous. So we wanted to thank all of you because you're all awesome and you all listen to all of this that we do, and it is fantastic. And that actually leads right into something that I am going to mention, which is that someone contacted us about stuff that we had said on the podcast earlier, mentioning that he only contacts us when he is drunk, which is always nice. We always enjoy drunk people contacting us and giving us feedback on the podcast. So if you want to get drunk and contact us and give us feedback, I'll tell you in a second. You can do it through the Facebook page, facebook.com, PostGrad Entertainment. Find us there. We have all the links to everything that you could want, all of the Netflix movies, all of that. Or you can email us, postgradentertainment@gmail.com, or you can follow us on Twitter. I am at the right pad, and he is at Cognitive Gamer. So yes, check us out. But what he said was,
you can also follow my girlfriend. Her thing is Glitz and Tits, at Glitz and Tits.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she already has more followers than me.
That's what it is?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's hilarious.
I
think she has more followers because her name is Glitz and Tits.
Oh, I know that's why. She had it for a day and has like 60 followers already.
That is insane.
I know. I was like, how? How? She's like, I just made it to follow, John Green. And I was like, fuck you. Anyway.
Oh my god.
What did the drunk person say?
Okay, so the drunk person said the new title for Star Wars specifically, okay, which is Star Wars Episode 7, The Ancient Fear, or at least that's the working title. Terrible. He said that the title is the antithesis. It is the opposite of A New Hope.
Ah, totally.
Yeah, see?
That's pretty good logic.
Yeah, see that? Right?
New Hope, Ancient Fear. Yeah, I don't like that, though. It's still stupid.
Right? That is exactly the same thing I told him. That's actually word per word. I was like, nope, still stupid.
Still bad. Still a bad name.
I mean, I get why they might have done it, but still stupid. Still a bad name.
All right, so...
Exactly. So, yeah.
Remix!
Oh, oh my god.
This podcast needs to be a nightclub. Now that we need to celebrate, because now that we cracked the top, what are we, 50?
50, yeah.
We cracked the top 50, we have to celebrate. So we got to turn down for what? You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, wait. That actually leads right into my week, because my brother showed me that music video yesterday, yesterday night.
How many booties were in it?
Did you see the music video?
No.
You haven't seen the music video? Okay.
Watch music videos.
Okay, wait. We're pausing right now, and I'm inserting snippets of what the video shows and what Cognitive Gamer said. If you have not seen this video, you should go watch it right now, but don't watch it when there's people around. That's all I can tell you. The link is going to be in the description of this podcast.
All right, I'm watching it right now. Even though it already has 43 million views? The fuck? What the hell's happening? What the hell? It's like his dick is indestructible. What? So did his penis control it all?
I mean, I'm assuming that is what happened. So, so what did you think of that video?
You know, after you take Viagra, you should really call a doctor if you have an erection lasting longer than 4 hours.
Right? Yeah. I mean, unless it gives you powers to air hump the clothes off someone
You know, to crunk through a floor.
and to crunk through anything that you throw at your junk.
Yeah, including just inches of cement.
Inches of cement. That was a good couple feet of cement. Did you
Okay.
see it when everyone broke through?
You mean the first? No, I think the roof would be the thickest.
That's yeah. Well, fair.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that video was definitely something.
that was pretty great. That was actually really enjoyable.
That was really, really funny.
Yeah, I was. It didn't go the cliche rap, you know.
It just
Video.
went insane. Is basically
Yeah,
what happened.
it was great.
Exactly.
It was actually kind of smart in a really, really, really stupid way.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, my one sentence review would be crunkalicious, supalicious. Give me some more of that pimpalicious jam. You know.
I actually don't know, but yes. Yes,
You
I
know
know.
what I mean? You know what I mean, Ma?
I
You know? I would say thumbs up. 3 stars out of stars. 18 handshakes.
I would give it 3 thumbs up.
3 thumbs up.
3 thumbs way up. Yes.
Way, way up.
Way up, exactly. So if you haven't seen that video, watch it. Can you believe like how would
We have
they
a podcast where we review music videos
how would they even hire those actors? You know, what would they
easily.
tell them? What would they
You're
tell
gonna
them?
dance. Little John's like, yeah, yeah, and then they're like, yeah, yeah, and then they get paid,
And
and
they
then they
get
do
paid. Right. Yeah. Except
it.
for the fact that in between the yayas is a animatronic penis and animatronic boobs.
Are they animatronic boobs?
It looks like they're animatronic. Either that or there's like a person inside their clothes just going like woo 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 woo. I
I
mean,
thought maybe it would be CGI. It looked a
no,
little like
no,
CGI, but I think you're right. I think it was
that
animatronic.
looked animatronic.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So they have a machine where their groin and or tits should be.
I'm glad they didn't make the guy's junk ridiculously huge, and they made it quite realistic.
Thank you for informing us about your junk size.
No, it's not my junk size. I'm just saying it's like when they usually have things
Welcome
like
to
that.
PostGrad,
Usually,
everyone.
like an anchorman, you know, when he gets the like throbbing erection, that thing's like a good foot long. Like that's disgusting.
Yours isn't that long.
A foot long?
Did you seriously feel just overwhelmed when you were at the theater watching it?
Oh Jesus.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway,
So how was your week? By the way,
turn down, fool.
for anyone that is new to the podcast, I mean, I totally skipped this, but anyone that is new to the podcast, we are 2 science graduates, and we basically moved really far away from each other, and now we use this podcast to communicate. So, like, the first bit of the podcast is us talking about our weeks and everything that went on and all that jazz. So it's a way to keep up, and it's pretty nice. So anyway, tell me about your week, Cog Games.
We also have a minor in movie making.
Right? Yeah. Like if that actually happened.
I kind of do have like a minor in movie. I think we both kind of do. The amount of classes that we took on it, we might as well have had them.
So how was your week, Cognitive Gamer?
Yo, I finished school for this year.
Nice.
I got a 4.0.
Oh, really? Good job. Now everyone on the podcast knows that you like turn it down for what and that you have a 4.0.
That's right. They tell me I couldn't do it. I could do it.
Okay, I'm
Funk.
glad.
Punk and intelligent.
Right, that's totally what you are.
And then I've started packing up because I'm moving.
And that's all you've been doing all week.
I've also been drinking a lot.
Oh.
Yeah. Not like in an alcoholic type of way. In a everybody is having graduation parties and going away parties. So it's been pretty much every single day. Let's get beer, and I'm like, okay, I'll have a couple. I haven't gotten drunk every day. Keep that in mind. I've only had like yesterday, I had 2 beers, and it was quite. The day before, I had a beer and a mixed drink, and then the day before that, I don't really remember.
Well, that just goes to show what you had. It's okay. So the thing is, the way that you said it, it was like I finished school, I got a 4.0, and I've been drinking. It was just like it just made it seem like you were like, I got a 4.0, and you just like just fell in your bed and were just slathering yourself in alcohol.
Yeah, no. In fact, I have like a full bottle of rum and Jaeger just chilling in my refrigerator or freezer.
Oh man, have you
Yeah.
acquainted everyone over there with your rum farts?
I'm pretty sure. I think I boiled that down to it wasn't actually the rum. It was what I mixed with the rum, and then also the Virgin Island cuisine.
Mm. All right. I can see that.
Right? Because I not only did I have rum, I usually had it in pina colada form, which had cream in it. I'm lactose intolerant.
Mm.
And then, a lot of rice and beans. And I still think that is the funniest moment of that. Well, not maybe of that vacation, but it's up there of when just waking up and my cousin's eating cereal and she's like, "Why does it smell like shit?" Like, I'm sorry. It's the rum farts.
Wow.
Rum farts. Not even once. I mean, you have the Bacardi factory. I'm sure Puerto Rico just smells like one big rum fart.
A giant fart. That is specific sections of Puerto Rico, and it's not the Bacardi.
Like San Juan?
It depends. It depends on the time of day. It just like wafts in like the
Smells like
mist.
Jersey. Seriously, there are times of days when I could smell Jersey from here. It's pretty bad.
So it's exactly like when we were in Fort Collins and we could smell Greeley.
Yeah, kind of.
And you lived in Greeley.
I am not looking forward to driving in and being like, it smells like cow crap.
Yeah.
And then you get used to it after a couple days.
Really does have a really specific smell, doesn't it?
Well, okay, so there's 3 reasons. First reason, tons of cows. Second reason, tons of cows.
Third reason, tons of cow blood.
No, well, yeah, actually, they boil blood once a week to make dog food.
Yeah.
So that's actually like the most pungent smell that you get.
Yep. Oh man, Greeley.
Whatever, man. It's a big town. It's a big honkin' town.
That is true.
Big honka. It's a big honk.
Anything else you did in your week?
I drank it all away, really.
Right. Yeah.
No, I went to Target.
Oh, that's this is gonna be a great story. Tell me about Target.
No. So I went to Target, and this week they're doing triple trade-in value.
Okay.
So I traded in because I gave my PlayStation 3 to my girlfriend because she wanted to play Call of Duty. Man, I never thought I would say those words in my entire lifetime. I never thought I would say I gave away my video game console, and my girlfriend likes Call of Duty. I am a very lucky man. And then,
except she's beating you in followers in Twitter.
Yeah, well, that's bullshit. I should really change my name to Glitz and Tits.
And you should also put a picture of a woman as your picture, and you'll get a ton more followers.
She has a picture of her at the Ellie Goulding concert, so there's actually Glitz and Tits in the picture.
Yeah, well, I mean, I saw it because she followed me, so.
God damn it. Anyway, so I got like a $200 gift card to Target.
Nice.
Three things. I got 60. So I got $180 because I traded in 3 things. Each one gave me $60.
Wow.
These are used games, and I got $60. So I spent it on new games, and I still have a bunch of left. So
that's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Right? That's been a highlight. How's your week been?
How has my week been?
Yeah.
We've been working a lot around the house and all that jazz because you know how we're rebuilding sections of the house and all that jazz.
Sorry, that was racist.
So yeah, my brother's girlfriend is coming to visit for a while in June, so we're getting ready for all that jazz.
Is she hot?
Is she hot? What?
Why do you have to get the house ready for a girl?
You did not answer the question that I asked last week, which was that underage girl
different
that you were flirting with?
Way different. Whoa. That is way different. This is my professor's 15-year-old daughter. This is your brother's 19-year-old girlfriend.
Oh my god. Oh, thank you for giving me just this fodder to launch at you with about the underage girl. Thank you so much.
She's not underage.
She is underage. If she's 15, she's underage.
My god damn it, not that.
Yes. It's just perfect because it makes you look so bad, and it's hilarious because you did nothing wrong, but it makes you look so bad.
You're a bad person. You're a very bad man.
But yeah, anyway, we're getting everything ready. We're fixing up a bunch of stuff, so I've really just been doing that. It's consumed most of my life, so it's been a lot of hard work, but I'm going to the forest this weekend, and we will be watching Battlestar Galactica because it's part of the job description. It's save parrots as an endangered species, watch Battlestar Galactica. It's right there in the fine print.
I don't even like that show. Yeah. Is that the one with the TARDIS?
No, that is not the one with the TARDIS. Oh my god. Anyway.
And the cellulites.
Anyway, the main thing that I'm sure we
Is that the one
both
with the holodeck and
did
Scotty
this
beaming up?
week, that's the one. That's the one.
Fantastic.
Is that we watched Godzilla, and I watched it opening day. Did you watch it opening day as well?
I did not watch it opening day.
No? That's because you
Nope.
suck.
I guess.
Okay, so anyway, moving on to theaters. And our theaters for this week is obviously Godzilla. On IMDb, Godzilla has a 7.4 rating. On Rotten Tomatoes, it's got a 73 with a 67 top critic score. And on Metacritic, it's got a 62%. It's directed by Gareth Edwards. It stars Aaron Taylor Johnson, Ken Watanabe, Bryan Cranston, and Elizabeth Olsen, among others. So
Bryan Cranston is the best.
he is. So anyway, tell me, one sentence review, go.
A monster movie that doesn't quite know what it wants to be. Also, not sure if I liked it or not.
All right, fair enough.
Yep.
Mine will be all about the characters in the beginning, and then a slow build up to giant monster fight.
See, that was the main problem, though. It shifted tones way too many times.
All right, let us start talking about it then, okay? Let's start talking about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay.
All right. Okay, we're talking about it.
Okay, we are beginning the talking now.
Right now.
So what about the tone? Tell me about the tone.
Okay, well, first off, it started off very, hold on.
Very fantastically. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's not what I wanted even. God, this app sucks. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So I feel in the beginning. So I feel in the beginning. Godzilla, stop it! Stop interrupting!
Are you serious?
Oh God! It's just like I'm listening to all the Godzilla roars. Well, that's a good one. That's a little frightening.
That was a good one, yeah.
Whoa. That's a long one. Sounded like a dead tiger. Did you know there's a lot of these? There's a solid 12 minutes of just Godzilla roars. Ooh, that one's pretty classic.
Yeah, that's a classic one, yeah. That was really nice.
Alright. Anyway, okay, so in the beginning of the movie... Shut up, Godzilla!
Oh my god, are you serious?
It stopped. It's cool. It's cool. Okay, so... So at the beginning of the movie, it was very drama heavy, and I love the way that it revolved around the characters. And I was expecting an artsy take on Godzilla, focusing on the human drama. And then it slowly turned into Battlefield LA.
Really? Battlefield LA?
That bad, yeah.
I don't think so.
It totally did, though. As soon as Bryan Cranston died, I was like, well, there goes all my dreams. And then the Japanese guy was like, I call him Godzilla. And I was like, no! And then from there, I had to like shift tones with the movie because I was not in the mood for kind of B quality everything.
I don't think it was exactly B
And then
movie
it like
quality.
implemented really, really, really artsy and pretty shots, and that's what I wanted throughout the whole film. And then it would be like Godzilla winking at you when you disappear, and I was like, "What the fuck?" So yeah.
No, I agree with you. The beginning was insanely great with Bryan Cranston and all that jazz. And I mean, you do have to at least acknowledge the fact that they killed a really fantastic actor and a really great, I suppose, character, which is something that's not done in movies a lot. In movies,
Remember the movie Battleship?
Yes, I remember the movie Battleship.
Bryan Cranston is Liam Neeson. Okay? And it really upsets me to say that because that's what it reminded me of. It's like, okay, we're going to get this really great actor, which is going to get people into the movie theater. Then we're going to kill them because we can't pay him for more than a week. And then we're going to continue on with the story, which totally took a totally different turn. And it was nothing that I wanted.
Well, like what? How did the story itself change? Because it didn't change very drastically.
It stopped being about humans, and then it started being about these monsters attacking. It stopped being about this family. It stopped being about this character that I really, really, really liked. And then it turned into Kick-Ass goes and pretty much just becomes an excuse to show you gigantic monsters fighting things.
But see, the thing is, you're right that it did change, but I don't think that it changed into that type of a thing.
It totally changed into that. Are you kidding me? The amount of director's coincidence of him just randomly appearing at different military bases and on every mission. Yo, I know you just showed up out of nowhere and you have no way to prove what rank you are. Let's put you on this top secret, really, really, really important mission. Okay, let's do it.
I agree with you that there were a ton of Deus Ex Machinas and directors' choices that went into that type of thing. I completely agree with you, but I still think that the way that it changed was not something that you're describing. What I think is the way that it changed from it being a story about the family and everything that happened with them and all of their strife, all of their worries, all of that jazz, to being an exploration about the ultimate powers of humanity and the ideas of forces of nature colliding.
That's far too profound of a description for two fucking Mothras humping each other on screen. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? No, the best scene, I will say, like, the best scenes of that movie, well, kind of, was like the one on the train tracks. That was an amazing scene. And that was a great display of how you should make like a monster film and make it feel fresh and new. Because it was. That's something that's never been seen before. There's lots of tension. And then it went to like a city attack that was really stupid. And Godzilla essentially looking at the screen and winking at it and then disappearing. Like, come on.
Are you saying that the city attack was bad? That is what happens in every Godzilla movie.
Why does it have to be like every Godzilla movie? That's what I wanted. I wanted something new. I wanted something fresh. I even wanted something a little bit artsy. You know? I was hoping that it didn't turn into Pacific Rim. I love Pacific Rim. But that at least had a constant tone.
It had a constant tone in the end. That's what I'm saying.
But the first half an hour of the movie was completely different than the last half an hour of the movie. That is in a vastly different way. And I don't know if I enjoyed that or not.
Gareth Edwards directs monsters and directs the feeling of terror and all that stuff very, very well. And even while
he did a good job. I think the issue is with the script, not him.
I can see how that would be sensible, but what would you have done different? What would you have done to make Bryan Cranston stay alive? I mean, would you make him stay alive just for the sake of it? How would that work out?
Why did he have to die? He didn't have to die.
He died as a catalyst for his son, believing whatever he said.
He could have believed whatever he said with him living. He saw a gigantic bug creature being hatched.
Though, admittedly, I found it really funny when Aaron Taylor Johnson's character hugged the kid, and his kid was like, "Are you gonna be back?" And he was like, "Yeah, why wouldn't I be?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, that was the other thing about this movie. It was very heavy-handed and definitely force-fed a lot of the emotions to you. Like, there was no reason to show the wife dying.
Yeah, but that was great.
Was it, though? I don't think so. I think it would have been great if he just had to close the door, and that's it. That is the end of it. And he was just like, holy crap, she died.
I don't think so. I think they did it so well with spoilers, but not really spoilers. So I think
it's totally spoilers.
I think they did it really well with him seeing in the door or whatever, and then the smoke coming towards him, and he just closed the door. It closes, and he's like, "No," turns around, and then all of a sudden the camera turns a little bit, and you can see the wife through the porthole. That's awesome. That is wonderful. That works so well.
I felt like a little much.
Great.
It was almost way over the top.
That was not over the top. That was just enough to make it feel awful.
I feel like it should have been quicker. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, the point is, I thought it was an okay movie. I found it enjoyable. It just wasn't the Godzilla movie that I wanted.
But again, how could it have been better? That's the real question. How could
you focus on the dad, keep him alive, and the son's trying to get back to his family, and then the father's still trying, like, struggling with this reality of, I told you that these creatures was right, and then it goes to the scientific, and then try to form a team, and he's arguing with the scientists. Like, there's multiple directions that it could have gone instead of going straight. Yeah, now we're just going to show monsters getting fired at by the military for an hour.
If I would have kept Bryan Cranston's character alive, I think I would have probably still killed him later on in the movie when people got really, really, really attached to his character.
Yeah, of course, exactly, and I think that would have been better. But budget aside.
I suppose.
Godzilla looks great, by the way. The CGI and the sound design, fantastic.
Right?
Oh, so good.
Oh, I want to talk about something because for those of you who are not familiar with Gareth Edwards, he directed the independent film called Monsters, and he did all the special effects for that as well. And it is a great movie. And he does something that I really enjoy, which is that he directs monsters in a way that makes them seem almost real, like if they could actually exist. And that is really impressive to me as a biologist, because there were a bunch of scenes in that movie, in Godzilla, where I was like, yes, that is awesome. Yes. It was so cool. And I want you, Cognitive Gamer, to try and guess when those scenes were.
When Godzilla first came out of the ocean.
Nope.
When Godzilla bit something else.
Wow. You're doing great here. Let's keep going.
When Godzilla shot fire out of his mouth.
No. Though that was an ion breath. So that's not really real.
Are you sure?
That was okay. Can we say that that was a fantastic moment when all of a sudden you saw his little scales or flaps on the back starting to light up, and you were like, "Oh my god, he's gonna do it! He's gonna do it!" And all of a sudden he shot it, and you were like, "Yes, yes!" Come
and
on.
then the black guy behind you was like, "Hot damn, he shoots lasers!" And you're like, "Yeah, this is great." That was probably worth the movie. Was the commentary from the audience? Oh hell no! Look at the giant lizard. Damn.
I loved when Godzilla first appeared. Before I go into the biology, I loved when Godzilla first appeared and you got the whole shot of Godzilla, and then Godzilla roared, because everyone in the theater went quiet and Godzilla roared, and the rumble in the end, and everybody was like,
good.
it was just silence.
That sound design was so good.
It was complete silence, and then one person went, "Whoa."
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was awesome. And I think this movie you have to see in theaters. I think it would kind of suck at home.
Or you can see it at home.
Have an amazing sound system.
A surround sound, yeah.
Surround sound, woofers, the whole 9 yards.
Right.
And like seeing that on a small TV would kind of suck. So as much as I say the movie's pretty okay, I would still you will want to see it in theaters.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to get into the biology now. So
can Godzilla actually exist?
Well, okay. Let's start doing a couple of things here.
Can I also talk about how I used to play Godzilla on the SNES and I really sucked at it?
Yes, but no. So anyway, let me just get a couple things out of the way. So how big was Godzilla? Because I remember that they gave the actual size for the male of the weird Mothra creatures.
Mm-hmm.
They gave the size. They said he was 30 meters above the tree line when he was eating the nuclear submarine. So that would probably put him at around 40 meters tall or something like that, because I'm assuming the trees were 30 feet tall. And that means that the female was way bigger, and the female looked at the very least a good 30 meters above the male. So that would put the female at like 90 meters, which is enormous. And Godzilla was way bigger than both of them. How big would you say Godzilla was? Like the size of what story building?
Like 90 stories.
Really?
It was as tall as the tallest building in wherever they were. So
yeah, they were in LA.
Yeah,
was Godzilla as big as the female monster?
Yeah, it was bigger.
Okay,
because at least taller anyway. Because when the female monster stood up, they're about kind of equal size.
Right.
But when it was on all fours, it was obviously short.
So that means that Godzilla would be around, if the female is probably around 90 meters, Godzilla would be like 100 meters. That's about 300 feet.
Okay.
That's like 30 stories.
That's it?
Yeah, that's 30 stories. But okay, so let's start talking about size first. So recently they found what is thought to be the biggest titanosaur, and I believe it was in Argentina. And titanosaurs were the biggest sauropods to exist. Sauropods are long-necked dinosaurs. And it is...
So the tallest building in LA is 310 meters. 310 meters.
310 meters? Nice. Okay, so yeah, that's huge. So basically...
It's a little bit shorter than that, I think. Yeah.
Basically, Godzilla was enormous, and this titanosaur, which was the biggest one ever found, was about 7 stories tall. That means 70 feet tall. And the problem is that biologically there is a maximum size that you can achieve on Earth. And that is dictated by a lot of different things, including gravity and the amount of energy that you're going to need to intake.
Gravity.
And all that jazz. Great movie. But but the thing is, it's dictated by all those things, which is why when you're in the ocean, animals can get way bigger than they could on land. And I mean, I guess that makes a little bit of sense for why Godzilla was so enormous, because Godzilla was living underwater. But the only problem with that is that Godzilla is so big that I really, really doubt its skeletal structure would be able to support such an enormous animal out of the water.
That's why he's all muscular and Americanized.
Right. Right. Americanized? No, that was the really stupid 1999 Godzilla. Yeah.
Godzilla 2000? No, Godzilla 2000 was actually pretty good.
What?
No, not the one where they're in New York and the baby eggs. It was the one after that that went back to old school. I think they called it Godzilla 2000.
No. Godzilla 2000. Yeah, no, you're right. Godzilla 2000 was taking the Godzilla movie Godzilla and making it into a TV series, wasn't it? And then they had the little made-for-TV movie.
Remember the Godzilla animated TV show from like the 90s? That shit was awesome. Oh man.
All right, well anyway, the point is Godzilla is enormous, and that isn't entirely feasible, and that goes for the other creatures as well. Specifically the male one, because flight definitely has an upper body weight limit, and that upper body weight is like 60 pounds, 60 to 90 pounds, depending on...
It was full of radiation, so they're like the Hulk.
Right, yeah. It's not about that. It's about a weight to the muscle putting out ratio.
Yeah, but they're all hopped up on uranium.
That monster was 40 meters tall. That weighs so much. Unless it has no skeleton, I don't see how that thing could fly.
How about an exoskeleton?
Even worse. It prevents a range of motion, all that jazz. However, the scene that when it happened, I thought was awesome was when the female came out and they were like, the female, it doesn't have any wings. It's way bigger than the male. And I was like, okay, I like you. I like this. And all of a sudden when they both meet and they like touch the little noses together and start like making noises and stuff like that, that was so cool. That was so cool. And like the bioluminescence, was it based on biology? The bioluminescence along the sides and just, oh my God. It was fantastic because, okay, let me explain something. So,
I get to the point here.
I'm just nerding out about biology for a second because
that's fine.
I think that it's really cool that these monsters may have been based partly off of cicadas, because cicadas spend 17 years, depending on the cicada. It can go like 7, 9, 17 years, depending, 16, whatever. There's a bunch of different ones, but they spend all that time in a larval stage underground, and they're basically feeding, getting bigger, all that jazz, and then they pop out and they become cicadas. And the males find the females, they mate, they lay their eggs, and they die. So it's awesome that they took this type of cicada-like thing and they made it into a crazy monster. Though the only thing that was kind of iffy was the fact that these monsters were basically seeing through echolocation. That's why when it was the giant bridge scene, it had its eye like really close to them, but it was going like kind of thing to see where they were. So the only problem going on there is the fact that, evolutionarily speaking, why would they have bioluminescence if they use echolocation?
Because it looks cool and they're full of uranium. Also, I think they could see him because on the same bridge scene, the bug tried to eat him. And they almost look bat-like as well.
Yeah, they did, because it was a mix of a bunch of different animals. But the thing about the bridge scene is that the only time when these monsters saw where the people were was when they were either A, shooting with machine guns, or shooting with any other type of object, or when they were running or yelling or making sounds. If they stayed still, the monster would not see them.
How about Godzilla? What is he based off of? Is it part bear?
I mean, it seems like it is part bear, honestly.
Right?
Yeah, it's like part bear. It's got almost the head of a hawk kind of thing, like that type of shape. I don't know. Godzilla is just a mix of a bunch of different things, but they based it off of the original Godzilla. So that's always really cool.
So a big suit.
Yeah. And also,
felt.
Again,
part felt.
Again, I really enjoyed when the female already had all of the eggs and she was holding it in the little pouch. And she dug a hole and she laid them. Oh my God! Just this movie is like a biologist's wonderland for made up monsters. It's just got so much to offer in the way of awesomeness like this. And the whole absorbing radiation, I mean, there are crazy extremophiles that live off of stuff like radiation or live off of stuff like heat or noxious fumes and gases. I mean, the amount of biology that they put into these monsters is crazy cool. Obviously, some things have to be exaggerated because Hollywood and whatnot, but still, the amount of biology was fantastic, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Remix.
Wow.
You're welcome.
Anyway, I would give this Godzilla movie a more favorable review than the Cognitive Gamer.
You don't even know.
Okay. Do you agree with the Rotten Tomatoes score, 73 or 67 top critics? Do you agree with the Metacritic 62 with the IMDb 7.4?
Probably put it around 60.
60?
With the Metacritic, yeah.
Oh my god. No. I would put this Godzilla movie a little bit under Gareth Edwards' old movie Monsters, which has around the same thing on Rotten Tomatoes, like a 78%. I think I would put it like at a 75.
Okay.
I really did enjoy this movie. It was awesome, and it had a ton of crowd pleasers. A ton of crowd pleasing.
Was it a Godzilla ton?
So anyway, the next movie that we saw, which is part of our Netflix movie spotlight, totally not sponsored by Netflix yet,
which also weighs about a ton,
is Pain and Gain. That is
Let's get the party started.
Michael Bay movie. For those of you that don't know, the Netflix movie spotlight.
You lift, bro? You lifting? You drinking those shakes?
Oh my god. So on IMDb, it's got a 6.5 rating. On Rotten Tomatoes, it's got a 49 with a 49 matched top critic score. And on Metacritic, it's got a 45%. It stars Mark Wahlberg, Dwayne Johnson, Anthony Mackie, Tony Shalhoub, Ed Harris, Rob Corddry, Bar Paley, Rebel Wilson, and Ken Jeong, among a bunch of other people.
Kim Jong-il?
All right, so anyway, what does your one-sentence review go?
It was really bad. Michael bad. I don't know. What do you want? So I've been lifting a lot lately, and I've been taking these assault shakes. Holy shit. They feel like I'm going to have a heart attack every time I go to the gym, and it's great. Like, I just feel like angry and excited and happy at the same time, and it tastes like grape. It's great.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like, I got it for $10 at GNC, and it's like UFC branded, and holy crap.
So my one-sentence review,
just letting you know,
is...
I've been lifting a lot.
Everything you expected about a Miami-based movie about weightlifters.
No, because that could be good.
Could it?
It's Michael Bay's Burn After Reading. Though he never really had a No Country for Old Men, so...
That's true, yeah.
Everything you hated about Transformers 2 is back.
It's back and worse than ever. But...
No, nothing can top Transformers 2.
Yeah. Did you notice that, like, in one of the final scenes, they had a shot where they were right by a pool? And I think that was the exact same location and exact same pool that they used, I think, in Bad Boys 2.
I never saw that movie.
Well, I think Bad Boys was also directed by Michael Bay, so...
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, but, yeah, it looked like the same location. For a second there, I was like, Bad Boys? Anyway, let's get talking about this movie. So... I'm going to start off by saying this movie repeats over and over that it's based on a true story.
Even, like, in middle of the movie.
Yeah. And, I mean, it's fine to say that and whatnot. Like, in the beginning, it says, based on a true story, or this is a true story, or whatever it said. And then I was like, okay, cool. Based on a true story. I would not have given it a second thought. But then, when spoilers, skip a little bit if you don't want to hear. When Dwayne Johnson was cooking the dude and the chick's hands, and it said, this is still a true story. At that moment, I was like, all right, I'm going to have to look this up. Because when a movie stresses a claim a lot, I go, okay, I'm going to try and find out what it is all about and all that jazz. And apparently the movie took everything you should expect out of a true story and made it not a true story.
Well, it is Michael Bay.
Yeah.
He lies.
Yeah. To the point where when it said this is a true story and it had Dwayne Johnson's character doing that thing, at that moment, the person that was actually doing that was not Dwayne Johnson's character, and it was not in that location, and he was not waving at a woman.
Was he waving at a man?
Nope,
Was
at
he
no
on
one.
the moon? And he was barbecuing steaks.
Probably, yeah, that would be
Okay.
more likely. All right,
All
but
right.
but anyway, like, can I say that if the movie would have been a little bit more like the trailer, it would have been a lot better because I thought that this movie had a lot of potential. I mean, honestly, yes, it was directed by Michael Bay, and he's a crazy weirdo, but the idea behind this movie is such a perfect thing for a comedy, for at least a dark comedy, and I think that the execution is where it failed because it could have been pretty great. I can't be the only one that thinks that. Come on.
I think the story is like it's one of those interesting things. You go to a bar, you meet a stranger, and it's like, did you just read the news about these three body lifters? And it's a funny story, not a great movie. But I think it could have been an interesting courtroom drama. Like if they focused on that bit, I
Eh,
think that'd been really interesting.
eh.
No, and then he barbecued the hands. He barbecued the hands. He barbecued the hands.
I don't know. I find the idea of like the three main characters being witty and stupid together and whatnot, kind of like the antithesis of a buddy cop comedy.
It was a really bad Wolf of Wall Street.
It was a really bad Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah.
Like I think the story was even fine. It was just the execution. Like it jumped around too much. It was overly long. It lost focus.
Right? It
And it
was
just wasn't.
so long.
Oh
It
my
could have
god.
ended in like an hour and a half, easy.
Yeah.
But no, it went over for like 39 or 40 more minutes.
Oh my god. It just lost focus. It was just really bad.
And it did start off decently okay, but
Yeah, I agree.
the problem is that it was basically exposition the movie because throughout the entire movie all they were doing was voiceovers with exposition. The entire movie.
Which are kind of like look at me, I'm the director type of shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even then they weren't really that great of a shots,
Yeah.
It's not like in Godzilla where that entire the base
Godzilla
jumping
doesn't even lift.
where the base jumping section where they all jumped out of the airplane and they were heading in through the clouds with the red flares and all that. Like that was beautiful. That was
Right?
one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. And I no, like you can be a director, but Michael Bay can't quote unquote be a director in his shots.
Why can't he be a he can
No,
be a director.
no.
He just can't be a good director.
No. He can't quote unquote be a director because what happens when Michael Bay tries to be a director is that you get a scene like the really, really unbelievable and stupid scene when Bar Paley's character, the stripper, was like, I came over from Russia and was being driven around in the middle of nowhere, okay, in the middle of the desert, and she gets off and she's wearing like short shorts, jean cutoffs that show everything, and her shirt is tied almost to her boobs, and she's walking around pulling like a Hello Kitty backpack or something. And all of a sudden, right after that, you just see her walking down a road of just dust and sand. And all of a sudden, she is on top of an enormous rock formation in the middle of nowhere with literally no way to get up there. How? That is what happens when you give Michael Bay the freedom to be a director and have crazy, beautiful shots. They make no sense.
Was
And
it just
they
me or did that movie
exploit
seem
women.
like yeah, I was gonna say that movie seemed like it went out of its way to be sexist.
But that's how Michael Bay directs. Have you not seen any of his movies?
Man, I can't wait for Ninja Turtles.
Well, that he's the producer, so it's not going to exploit women so much.
He might.
I mean,
Women.
it was just, like, it was
It was gross. The whole movie made you feel gross.
uh,
So who would you rather direct this movie? Because I feel like the story is okay.
yeah,
Right?
like, well, maybe like fix the script a bit, cut it down some more,
Right.
and I
Who do
don't
you
know.
want to direct this film?
I mean, depending on what you want it to be.
Wes Anderson, a lot of running into the scene, running out of the scene, a lot of panning shots of lifting people in the gym. I could see that.
It wouldn't be called Pain and Gain. It would be called something. We got to find some synonyms for Pain and Gain and make it a really, really long title.
Strength and breaks. Make up your own one.
Oh my god.
Guillermo del Toro, perhaps that would be interesting. He makes kind of B stuff.
Yeah, but it would be a really dark movie.
No, he makes pretty. like dark. I mean, that movie was kind of dark. They're
It
killing.
was, but what I'm talking about is like the atmospherics of the movie would end up being dark if it was Del Toro.
That's fine.
I mean, that's just
Del
how it
Toro.
be.
You're like an Italian who orders like from an Italian restaurant. I want the spaghetti with the meatballs.
Wow.
Yeah.
To all
Get with the Toro.
To all of you new listeners, welcome to Cognitive Gamer's really crappy impressions of accents. That was an
I
Italian.
like the spaghetti and the fettuccine Alfredo.
Still Italian.
Still Italian.
So
Guillermo del Toro.
anyway, I don't know. I don't know what director I would have chosen to.
Miyazaki, perhaps?
No.
It could be a 2D animated movie. It would be like Princess Mononoke, just with The Rock.
Oh my god, that would have been actually really, really funny.
I would really want that movie.
And I mean, okay, can I say that this movie though, it's the one movie that probably has the most emotional resonance out of any movie that Michael Bay has ever done, because Dwayne Johnson.
You mean compared to the gigantic robots fighting other gigantic robots?
Yes. Because
yeah, I don't know about that one. Optimus Prime pretty gets down in the dump trucks, if you know what I mean. So it really displays
that Optimus Prime death scene in the second one. Just
man,
so many tears.
When Bumblebee lost his voice and he has to now talk through the radio.
Like if you cry every time.
Oh man, I've only seen the first one. The one where Shia LaBeouf and his father, and is that the one where they flip the car and his father dies?
Shia LaBeouf, really? No, you're thinking of Spider-Man.
I don't think. I don't think no, Shia LaBeouf would make a great Spider-Man, and definitely not a great Indiana Jones' son.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf as Spider-Man?
That'd be great. He's not famous anymore.
Oh my god,
who would make a great Spider-Man?
Oh,
that's pretty great.
It would be really funny to see The Rock as Spider-Man. Anyway, we're getting way off topic.
They should put Chloe from Hit Girl as Spider-Man. I think that would be a cool take.
Spider-Girl? There's a Spider-Girl.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. That would be pretty sick. Yeah.
Didn't you say that underage girl looked like Chloe, and you really like Chloe?
Stop, you're editing that out.
I'm keeping that in. Anyway.
No, she did. I just said that she looked like Chloe, and I like her as an actress. She's an amazing actress.
You like her as an actress.
Oh, she was like the best part about Kick-Ass. She was the best part of Let Me In. She was the best part of Carrie. Like, come on. She's an amazing actress, and in like 10 years from now, she's going to be a phenomenal award-winning actress. She's going to do a bunch of cocaine and die. I mean, really one of the two.
She's a pretty great actress, but she did not make Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass was a phenomenal movie overall.
Kick-Ass was a great movie overall, but how about Carrie?
Nothing can really redeem Carrie, though.
Oh, God damn it.
But anyway, we're getting way over the top. What I meant to say.
Turn down for what?
Oh my god.
Meatballs.
Oh my god, you're beating this joke to death. Oh my god. The point is, I think that Dwayne's character, The Rock, was a great character and had some really great emotional turmoils. And for the first time, what passed through my head was Dwayne The Rock Johnson is actually acting really well.
He's a good actor.
I know, but it's so nice to see him in a not stupid movie, you know? Like,
what was he in? He was in the one with the little girl. That was pretty good.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just nice seeing him as this type of a character, and he played that conflicted character really well, and I really like that. And honestly, he was the best part of the movie, not Mark Wahlberg.
Not even a little. He was like a poor man's Wolf of Wall Street. I forget his name. Leonardo
DiCaprio. Yeah.
Well, I know the actor's name, but I don't know that character's name.
Yeah, but I mean, it's true, and I think that was the best part of the movie, and I think that they really sort of drove it into the ground later, because when he started falling back into his old habits, it wasn't sad as much as it was funny because of the way that it was directed and the way that they tried to do stuff, you know?
God, that movie could have ended way earlier.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right. Anyway, so would you say watch this movie? Honestly, like if you have time to kill or whatever, and you have
get your bros together, put your hats backwards, pop your collar, get some Axe body spray, get your GameCube, get your Natty Ice, get your Smirnoff Ice, and then I want you to sit down and watch Pain and Gain, and you'd probably love the movie.
Get
You know
your
what I mean?
GameCube.
Yeah, bro. GameCube's the shit.
All right. Well, anyway, that is our thing with
Kirby's
Pain
Air
and
Ride.
Gain.
It's the most bro game ever.
So, moving on to new to DVD and Blu-ray and theaters this week. New to DVD and Blu-ray, we have The Monuments Men, which we did a episode on.
We did not like it.
Yeah, short and short. We also have Pompeii, which I did not watch. Also, 3 Days to Kill, which I did not watch. Vampire Academy, which I definitely did not watch. About Last Night, In Secret, Grand Piano, Raze, McCanick, Way of the Wicked, and Like Someone I Love. And all of these are obviously older, more indie movies, that kind of stuff. So
I don't think About Last Night is an indie movie.
no, it's not. But most of the ones that you can't recognize, it's because they're either limited or indie movies.
I'm pretty sure Monuments Men was the indiest of indie movies.
Definitely. I mean, it wasn't like it had some fantastic actors or something.
Of course. I mean, it wasn't directed by George Clooney or something.
Precisely. So. All right. So anyway, new to theaters, we have X-Men: Days of Future Past.
I can't wait until next week when I can play that song. Ugh! Okay, I love that movie. I'm so excited.
I am so ready.
My body is ready. I want to see it tonight, but I can't because it's not out.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. I am so freaking excited for this movie. It is insane. So we will be talking X-Men: Days of Future Past next week. So tune in, it'll be awesome. Other movies coming out is Blended, which is the one with Drew Barrymore and freaking Adam Sandler, which looks and also, all of these next ones are in limited release. Cold in July, Stand Clear of the Closing Doors, Words and Pictures, and The Angriest Man in Brooklyn.
Well, I do love The Wedding Singer and 50 First Dates, so hopefully this is on par with those.
Yeah, but I mean, when they get together, it's nice, but I don't know. I'm holding reservations about that.
Well, of course, it's Adam Sandler, and hasn't had the best track record lately.
Exactly.
Did you ever see Jack and Jill? That movie was terrible.
Oh, no, I did not, because I knew it was going to be awful.
Ooh, that movie was really, really bad.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on to news, we have number one, Carl Urban is urging fans to Kickstarter Dread sequel.
Is that the country singer?
Carl Urban is the actor in Dread. But yes, so he's urging fans to Kickstarter the Dread sequel because, I mean, honestly, the reason Dread survived and lived and became a cult classic is because of Netflix and because of the fans. I mean, it did cost a lot to make, but who knows? It might actually get kickstarted, which is kind of cool.
That'd be awesome. I really, really like Dread, so...
Yeah. And another bit of news is the fact that the Coen brothers are maybe writing the Steven Spielberg KGB movie, the drama that he was interested in doing, for Tom Hanks. So that is going to be interesting.
KGB.
And the Coen brothers are pretty phantasmical. So we'll see how that goes. And we have Star Wars news. So Star Wars is right now filming in Abu Dhabi.
A New Hope?
What?
Did they change the name to a New Hope? New Hope.
New. But anyway, it is filming in Abu Dhabi, which is in the United Arab Emirates, for those of you who don't know. And they released a thing called Star Wars: A Force for Change through Omaze. And Omaze is this thing where you can donate to get prizes almost like Kickstarter, except for the fact that the money goes to charitable causes, and the prizes are you going to like either be in a movie or to hang out with the actors, and you can bring friends and all that jazz. So this thing called Star Wars: A Force for Change is going to give you the opportunity to donate money to be entered into a contest where you might be in Star Wars if you win, and you can take friends with you to go over there.
Can I be the guy who says, OTD! over and over again? I'm just going to be on the set doing that.
I mean, honestly, they're going to need you to do that.
I'll be in my trailer. You don't get a trailer. You won a contest. The line is, this is some great credits.
But yeah, anyway, it's great. It's fantastic, and I'm going to enter because I want to be in Star Wars.
Shouldn't you give your money to the Kickstarter for Dread instead of giving it to charities? Like, what did charities ever do for you? At least Dread gave you, like, emotional happiness.
At least Dread gave you dread.
Exactly.
But I want to be in Star Wars is the point, and that's gonna be awesome.
Okay.
Regardless of the name, I want to be in Star Wars, and I'm definitely
I
going
do
to be.
New Hope. I'm gonna say that joke again.
Oh my
I'm
god.
sorry. You punched the force out of her hair. Dude, can Edgar Wright direct Star Wars Episode 7?
No, you
Did they
can't.
get a
You
director
can't.
for that yet?
You can't do that. Actually, I'm pretty sure you cannot.
Can Wes Anderson direct Star Wars Episode 7?
Star Wars. Oh my god.
Can Michael Bay do Star Wars Episode 7?
So anyway, the charitable cause that they're going to be giving stuff to is UNICEF. So that's always great. I really enjoy UNICEF. Anyway, we are moving on to the last two things on our list, which are two
I have some
trailers.
I have some news. Can I give you my news before we move on to the trailers?
Okay,
All right.
whatever.
So do you know that movie Frozen?
Oh no, what?
It's going to be on ice.
Oh, yeah.
They're putting it on Disney on Ice. And Frozen's gonna be on it, and that's great.
That's true. That's pretty cool, actually, and it
Yeah,
makes
it's a
sense.
musical on ice with Frozen characters, and it's gonna probably make tons of money.
Yep.
Next set of news. You know what's even bigger than Star Wars Episode 7?
Nothing.
Alvin and the Chipmunks 4
What?
is coming out for 2016. So that's exciting.
So 2016?
2016, new Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Ugh.
I'm excited. Are you excited? I'm excited.
Uh.
So prepare yourself. Prepare yourself.
Wow. Okay.
Justin Long's gonna be in it. Jesse McCartney is still alive. Alvin and the Chipmunks 4. Ancient Fear 2016. All right. So let's move on to the true trailers.
Oh my god. So I'm just having flashbacks, not flashbacks, but like images in my head of like the trailer type of montage footage where you see all of the chipmunks like fading into one of their faces in slow-mo and then fading out, and all I could hear was like bum 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 bum.
I don't feel like sand. Alvin, you are the only hope.
That's not true. That's impossible. Okay, so anyway.
It kills the younglings. Misa like chipmunks. Oh, it'd be great.
I hate you.
Oshini.
Oh my god.
Man.
Anyway, we're gonna watch some trailers. So
okay, should I watch the first one
if
first?
you would please click on the first trailer, we will talk about it after the jump.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, right?
It's on iTunes.
Yeah, it seems really interesting. So, I mean, for everyone that doesn't know, the link again is in the description in the news section, and it's a trailer for a movie called "I'll Follow You Down," which is a time traveling thriller. And I love me time travel and all that jazz. So that's actually really cool. And it seemed really interesting. And the actors were all, slightly known, but not really. So that was nice.
Haley Joel is.
Yeah, but still, it just seemed nice, and I really enjoyed it. And on the trend for wormholes, we are going to watch the next trailer. So click on that, please.
Can it be a comedy? Oh, I already saw this trailer.
You saw this trailer? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. So the trailer is for Interstellar, which is Christopher Nolan's new film.
It has nothing to do with wormholes.
Yes, it does. You can see the link at the bottom if you want to find it. Otherwise, you can just type in Interstellar on the YouTube. It does have to do with wormholes. What do you think happened in the end? They flew into a wormhole. That's the discovery.
They flew into a black hole.
No, it's a wormhole. Trust me. It is a wormhole.
How about a butthole? Did they fly into that?
No.
Christopher Nolan probably flew into a butthole with his head right up his own.
Oh my god, are you serious?
I like Christopher Nolan, but sometimes he can be a little
hole.
bit. Oh,
so that's actually a game we used to play. Anyway.
Dirty Harry Brownhole. Yes, of course.
So anyway, the point is, I really wanted to highlight this trailer because
Call of Duty Advanced Brownhole.
I really enjoy trailers that do not show you spoilers for the movie.
Assassin's Creed 4, Black Brownhole.
And this trailer definitely does. exactly that. It shows you nothing for the movie and yet gets you really excited because it's insane. And I'm really excited for Interstellar, so that's
I'll follow
Vito.
you down into Brown Hole. Teenage Mutant Ninja Brown Holes. Transformers, the dark of the brown hole.
So anyway, the way that we
Star Wars Episode 7, Ancient Brown Hole.
the way that we
Or no, Star Wars Episode 7, Brown Hole Fear.
the way that we do this game is that you take the name of any movie, media thing, game, anything like that, and you replace one of the words with brown hole.
Brown Hole. That could be any movie. Or you can add in Brown Hole. I mean, we really don't care. As long as it's funny.
Yeah, and the Cognitive Gamer finds this game really funny. So,
I love this game. This is like one of my favorite really stupid games to play.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, anyway, thank you all for listening, because with that, we are done. Thank you all again for listening. Thank you all for supporting us. Thank you for being fantastic and awesome. You can find old episodes of this podcast on YouTube.
Brown Hole Busters too.
Go to YouTube, type in PostGrad Games, and you'll find our channel.
Our brown holes.
The actual episodes are there, and you can skip through everything, which is nice.
Turn down for brown hole.
Wow. So,
Yeah.
yes, it's awesome, fantastic. Again, we will repeat the Twitter thing. I'm at the Right Pad. He is at Cognitive Gamer.
Brown hole.
We have a Facebook page.
2001, a space brown hole.
Type in
No,
PostGrad.
2001, a brown hole odyssey. That makes a lot more sense.
Type in PostGrad Entertainment into there, and we will pop right up. Also, we have awesome sponsors at vpogames.com.
Rocky 3, brown hole.
And yes, that is basically it. You can also find a new podcast or whatever at Podomatic or on iTunes.
Hit subscribe. Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks. Yeah.
Give us reviews, whatever you would like. And again,
Frozen brown hole.
thank you all for Brown Hole watching us. And
The blind brown hole.
we will
Brown hole side? Neither one, really.
see you next week. The never-ending Brown Hole.
Never ending brown hole. Oh, never ending brown hole 2. We're getting sued.
We're getting
so
sued
getting
so
sued.
bad.
Oh, we're getting sued so hard.
We're gonna get sued really, really hard.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, this is gonna be pretty bad.